Very nice, very nice. Okay, we did get some new Macs, so we should talk about the new Apple announcement and the Macs that we got out of it. I mean, I'm sure you guys talked about a lot of that stuff. I just kind of have now, we have them in-house, and we want to sort of give a little bit more of my reactions to it, specifically M3, M3 Pro, M3 Max stuff. We have it in person now, the space black MacBook Pro. And it's gray. Is basically what I wanted to say. It's gray. I canceled my order.
Really?
I canceled my order. I had ordered a maxed out 16-inch M3 Max space black MacBook Pro, and then we got our review unit here.
I was flexing because it's such a Chad computer.
It is a serious computer. I had $7,000 committed, ready to go on this computer. We got a review unit, which is also a maxed out matte black 16-inch space black MacBook Pro. And don't get me wrong, it's an incredible computer, very impressive, very capable, nice GPU improvements. By the time this podcast episode is out, hopefully the full review is also live and you can see everything I think about it. But basically the two new things with the computer are the new chip and the new color. And I was thinking, the new chip by itself might not really be enough of a reason for me to upgrade. And the new color by itself, super cool, but not really enough of a reason for you to upgrade. But maybe combined, they will add up to a computer that I really want.
I like how the performance and color are the things that might combine together. Yeah,
it's the only things that
No, you're right. You're right.
So I stacked those on top of each other. I was like, all right, new color, new performance. This will be worth the upgrade for me. And then we got it in hand, and the performance, it's better, but in a lot of the same reasons we've been talking about before, like the quantum leap was from the Intel MacBook Pros to the Apple Silicon ones. This is a small bump from the M2 family and a decent bump from the M1 family.
Okay, yeah. You're using an M1 currently,
This
right?
right here is my M1 Max MacBook Pro.
I can't believe there's a day that I'm working with you and you are 2 generations behind on something with computing power.
And it's totally fine. And it's a really good computer. Again, because I edit most stuff on the desktop.
Yes.
And when I do take a video on the go, like when I edited the impressions video on this laptop, it handled it super well. So I don't need the upgrade. If I was doing like full on projects, maybe I'd think about it. But the other thing is the color is not that different either. It's just enough darker gray that I notice that it's not space gray, but it's definitely not black. Like your laptop is black.
Do you want this one?
That one has a lot more fingerprints on it, and I will give Apple credit. I think they realized like they couldn't get any darker than that without starting to take on the
remember
risk.
Midnight?
Midnight was just remember jet black?
The iPhone?
Yeah, iPhone 7, I think it was, had a jet black, which is glossy pitch black. That thing looked amazing out the box and then immediately got covered in fingerprints.
I would argue not even amazing out the box. Amazing as the box has like a 1/4 of an inch open and then the minute it's open.
So I think I realized that stacking the new performance and the new camera still wasn't enough to justify that upgrade for me, so I canceled it.
Wow.
There you have it. You heard it here first.
So it sucks.
No. I mean, I'm sure someone would love to write the headline like MKBHD cancels an order. It's just I have a great laptop.
It was me.
Here.
I just wrote that headline.
The article's out already. No, I think it was good. So I'm going to keep using this one. It's been a great laptop for me. My battery life, maybe. I think people were asking for like my long-term review of this laptop. So far, it's like the only thing that's maybe dipped a little bit is battery life. And I think I expected that out of M1 Max. Other than that, it's been great.
Yeah, I think David and I were trying to debate on if we thought you would upgrade. And I think both of us thought you would do the jump because you skipped one already.
I would have agreed with you as I placed the order. Because I did place the order. I did place the order, but it did not ship and I canceled it.
I mean, I think that's so many people listening right now. If Marques is still using M1 MacBook Pro, it's a real shame you can't really get them anymore, right? You have to get like a refurbished version.
Yeah, that doesn't mean go buy the M1 Max right now because it might not be priced correctly. I haven't even looked up how much it would cost.
I think you can get it. I was talking to a friend the other day about that, and he specifically wanted a MacBook Pro, and I was trying to convince him to get an Air, and I was like, well, maybe you can find an M1 MacBook Pro somewhere, but we could only find some like refurbished versions on Best Buy. We didn't look that long and that hard, but I could not find one.
I don't know that the price difference going down to the M1 would be that great. Like I feel like these hold their value pretty well. So a refurbished M1 is probably almost as expensive as the M3. So I would just get the M2 or the M3, and that's fine if I didn't have this already. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Wow. All right.
Couple Final Cut Pro updates.
Yeah, I had this in here because you posted it. At first, I read it as just iPad Final Cut stuff, but it looks like it's for Mac and for iPad. But you were excited, Mariah's excited, Adam's excited.
I'm just excited.
I don't use Final Cut, so I'm interested in what the new things are.
I was excited when anything got improved with Final Cut for the iPad because it's Final Cut for the iPad.
That's my...
I was hoping they would do more, but it wasn't actually.
So that keeps being my question is like, we wanted Final Cut for iPad for so long. It came out. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anyone in the studio really used it. Maybe tried it for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
We keep seeing that. Adam said he wants to try and edit an episode of the podcast on the iPad, but is this another update that's going to happen and I'm just not going to hear? And then next time it comes out, you guys post in Slack, and then I'm like, oh, cool. Are we going to do anything?
No, it's like it added some useful new features, better timeline tools, and that's great. But I still use so many plugins that I can't really do a full edit on the iPad because it doesn't support the plugin.
Have you done a autofocus edit on the iPad?
No, that would work though.
That would be a cool video.
But an autofocus edit is actually so simple, I don't even need Final Cut. Like I could do it in iMovie.
Oh. Weird flex, but
so
okay.
it's like Final Cut is like it's like a weird in between.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure it would work great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But in the new updates, was there any like one thing for Mac or for iPad that you were specifically excited about? You literally said "yo" when it came out.
Because I said go to the headline, and I saw that there was an update for Final Cut for iPad. Okay. So I was very excited about the prospect of a powerful new update, which is like how they phrased it. And then I opened it, and that energy was not matched.
Okay, so before the Slack message, you needed the like Twitter thing that's like, are you sure you don't want to read this article before you post
like
this?
If I quote tweeted that and just been like, yo, I would have been very disappointed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty minor update.
That's funny. All right, next in here, I have the RAM 1500. I have it in quotes EV. You said you haven't heard about it. It's really interesting, I think.
Whoa. We're not going to talk about 32-bit float point recording coming to Logic Pro.
So the new RAM EV...
Exactly the reaction America needs. All right. Ellis here. Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that you cannot hear sounds if they're less than 20 hertz. You can't hear pulses as a solid tone under than 20. So I figured I'd put together a little demonstration.
This feels like in the same vein
long.
of like you can't see over X hertz.
Kinda. Well, because of... Okay, we'll get into that later. All right, but for the meantime, I have playing currently 1 bongo per second. So our bongo is rocking at 1 hertz, right? Now we have 2 bongos every second. We can still clearly delineate each bongo from its previous and next bongo, right?
It's unfortunate how much anxiety this has caused me already.
Here we have 4 bongos per second. We can still hear each bongo quite clearly.
Turn me up.
Yeah.
8 bongos.
I kind of wanted to guess how many.
We're just doing 2s.
Okay.
8 bongos. All right, ready? Here is 16 bongos. We can still hear each individual bongo, right? Now watch what happens when we make the jump from 16 to 32 bongos, crossing the 20 threshold. That's a tone.
Do more. What is it? Do 120.
That's 128 bongos a second.
I could hit bongos that fast.
Like and subscribe!
Is this 100 gex?